Hello everyone, I am Mecha Random 42, your favorite YouTube harpy. We have a lot of Daisy Ridley stuff. I already talked about this, how she's like flip-flopping between defending Rian Johnson and they're really trying to paint her in a good light. And here they are in full damage control, but they're still trying to shove Daisy Ridley down our throats or, up our proverbial backsides here by trying to, I guess they're trying to win our favor. So here's one that came out. This is all stuff that's been spoon-fed out of that USA Today and Deadline interviews and all these things. We're going with Screen Rant because they're just easier to use today, and comicbook.com. We're going with both of them. Daisy Ridley almost quit Star Wars during The Force Awakens, so we're supposed to sympathize with her. We're supposed to, again, this is another one where they're trying to say, oh, she's on your side, see? Don't be mad at Daisy. Please come back. That, they're like... It's one of those things where it's like they're kind of trying to I think they're trying to win back the fan favor, because there's just keep watching. There's a lot of these articles we're going to get through today on this video, because that's what it really feels like to me. And what she says is kind of less important than this is just marketing and PR to get us to what? Forget Rian Johnson, right? To forget how bad his movie was and how much damage he did to Star Wars, at least in my opinion, and I know a lot of you guys feel the same way too. Daisy Ridley's revealed she thought about quitting the Star Wars franchise early in the production during The Force Awakens. See, this is kind of not even news. And Force Awakens really doesn't have that much to do with The Last Jedi. Like, Force Awakens, in my opinion, wasn't the best movie, but it was like building to something. And because of what happened in The Last Jedi, it just weakened and lessened The Force Awakens. The Force Awakens went from like about a 7.5 movie for me down to about maybe a 5. It's Star Wars-y enough for me to enjoy it, ish. So here we go. In an interview, it's a Cinema Blend podcast. That's what it was. It wasn't Deadline. She's talking about the point where she thought about walking away. She says, it was pretty horrid. It was really scary. I felt just sick. And I really didn't know anyone yet. It takes me a really long time to settle down with people. And I do remember being behind the speeder, and there were loads of people there, and somebody had an umbrella over me. And even that, like, oh, someone's holding an umbrella over you? Okay. And I remember thinking, I can't do it. Like, I can't do this. This isn't right. And they go on and on and on. But this little thing, she says she's still only 27. Right? Okay, so she was what, like 25 when she made that? 24? What are you, 12? She looks 12 here. No wonder. No wonder she's like, I can't be an actor. I can't do this. That's what it feels like to me. That's how I'm interpreting it. As a 25-year-old woman doesn't know, or what was she, like maybe 24 then? She's 27 now. Looks about 12. 12 to 15 at best. You're That's one of the problems with society, is we have these grown women children is one of it, and I hate using that word, but you got these grown actresses who are so fragile and protected and scared of their own skin. It's like, what kind of people are we making that this is what Hollywood is now? And I know she's British. Okay, and we're supposed to sympathize with this, I think. I think this is there to just say, oh, no, don't be mean to Daisy Ridley. She was scared and she wanted to quit, too. She didn't like it. No, she wanted to quit because she was, like, scared of being a celebrity or something and not being able to handle it. And that's what she said. She was there. She was in the speeder scene. She didn't know if she could do the speeder scene. And she was kind of freaking out over it. And I get it if you're in like a new environment, but you're also a professional actor and that's what you signed up for. So this is just a nothing little fluff piece that we're supposed to sympathize with her. Right? And we're supposed to be like, oh, see, she didn't like it either. No. She just couldn't handle it. That was the thing. Now, the next little bit here we're going to talk about is comicbook.com is where we're going into. Daisy Ridley claims the answer to Rey's parents, do we really care, will be completely fulfilled with Star Wars: The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know if I care. I don't know if I really care. It's like, you're too little too late. You subverted our expectations in The Last Jedi. And that's all on Rian Johnson. And no matter how you spin it on that other article back there, it's still all on Rian Johnson. Right? It's still, he's the director. He's the one in charge. But no, they're trying to be like, see, no, it'll be okay. It'll be okay. The parents will be fulfilled. So director J.J. Abrams said The question is answered, really confirmed with USA Today. So at the end of the film, you do know what the dealio is. And thank you so much for subscribing. I really appreciate it. So we'll know who her parents are and what the deal is, and Kylo probably lied, and it's probably Leia and Han, it's probably a sibling, and that's why they're so connected, and then all the Reylo shippers are going to be like devastated, or they'll just be incest is wincest. Whatever. That's what's going to happen, right? It's going to be something like that. It's going to be something so anticlimactic that we don't care about at this point. Because of how this is a year and a half later, and we're still like, yeah, Last Jedi really ruined Star Wars for us, for a lot of us, right? And I even like the Porgs, and I can still admit, yeah, Last Jedi was not a good Star Wars movie. So yes, we're going to get that. But now here's another thing. Here's another thing that I don't know if they were really wanting to let out. But this is, again, another little sprinkle of, hey, she's on your side. Don't be mad at Daisy. And because the second this movie underperforms, what are they going to do? They're going to blame us for being sexist misogynists. Because, oh, see, you just didn't like Daisyt Ridley. You just didn't like her. Or you didn't like John Boyega or something. That's the thing. John Boyega has said, yeah, there's going to be some, after the movie, we're going to get some tell-all behind-the-scenes stuff. He's kind of hinted at that he wasn't too happy with how they treated his character. We weren't too happy either. You give us this new cool stormtrooper thing, like story thing, right? Where he's got Phasma, and I'm just meaning the story is the thing, right? You get this little story arc. You get a story arc between the stormtrooper and Phasma, and nothing. And it's nothing. It doesn't matter. Who cares, right? You turn him into comic relief. You have him get sexually assaulted by Rose Tico, who kisses him out of nowhere, in my opinion. But now we're talking about Colin Trevorrow's exit from Star Wars Episode 9. So this is a very diplomatic little thing again. Just another one. So she says, he was Josh Gad's guest at the Murder on the Orient Express premiere. I actually saw that. I liked her in that. She was fine in it. It was an unnecessary reboot, but, I like Kenneth Branagh and I like Perot, so of course, I was gonna watch it. And we went for dinner afterwards, and Colin sat next to me, and I was like, what's this gonna be like? Ridley explained, because all I heard, I didn't know what had happened, I just knew that he wasn't doing it anymore, meaning directing the next Star Wars movie. This is the other one that had been fired. And he did sort of tell me, and sort of not, actually, no, we had gone for dinner and stuff. We went for dinner with Michelle, who is a producer. This is Michelle Rejwan, I believe she's talking about. The new Kathleen Kennedy, the one who's in charge of pretty much all of Star Wars except the animated, which were, good, because Dave Filoni's doing just fine on the animated. So I sort of knew. I think that everything happens for a reason, I guess. So she sort of knew that he wasn't doing the thing anymore. Trevorrow was let go from Episode 9 in late 2017, reportedly over creative differences tied to how the saga should come to a close. I don't want to talk too much about it because I don't want to affect the way the fans get to see these films. See, that's a very professional thing. And he was actually really professional as well on Jurassic World, which makes me think maybe he would have been the right guy for the job. Maybe. Because, J.J. Abrams is just mystery box and then disappointment. It's going to be no payoff. It's like, this is why they're trying so desperately to be like, see, you at least like Daisy. See, look, Daisy's on your side. You like Daisy, right? Because we're kind of done with J.J. at this point. After what he's done to Star Trek and now Star Wars and pretty much everything else. It's all set up and no payoff. Just like his Spider-Man comic book that he's doing with his son. It's going to be one issue and then a whole bunch of nothing because nobody's going to read the rest. Right? That's how we are as a society. That's how we are with J.J. Abrams. We just don't finish anything he starts because he's not going to finish anything he starts. At least in my opinion. I keep having to inject in my opinion because I'm noticing that people get really, really mad when you don't. They're like, you're saying it as fact, you're news. And I'm not a news, I'm a reactor. I'm giving my opinion. I'm an editorial pundit at best, right? Oh, they're not just movies, they're more than that. Beyond that, I get the opportunity to just tell a story that is a celebration of everything I believe in. I got to tell it to George Lucas, and I got to tell it to Luke Skywalker, and those are experiences I will treasure the rest of my life. So, George Lucas knows what he was going to do, and Mark Hamill knows what he was going to do, and this is why I'm kind of disappointed. I'm a lot disappointed. I'm a lot disappointed. In the time since Lucasfilm brought in Force Awakens director JJ, you know, JJ, the one who made Daisy almost quit. This is why I brought up a few articles where you know, she was working with JJ Abrams, and clearly he wasn't doing enough that he needed to do to make her feel confident on set as a director. He probably is another one like Paul Feig, just go do what you're doing. I don't know, I haven't worked with the man. But if you have a lead actress in a Star Wars movie who's kind of freaking out and having a panic attack or whatever on set, maybe it's the director's fault. Maybe, I don't know. Maybe they're not doing a good enough job giving her the confidence and the direction she needs to be in the scene. Just saying. I wasn't supposed to be there. I wasn't the guy, you know. I was working on some other things, and I had something else that I was assuming would be the next project, if we'd be so lucky, Abrams explained this past April. And then Lucasfilm president Kathleen Kennedy called and said, would you really seriously consider coming aboard? And once that started, it all happened pretty quickly. The whole thing was a crazy leap of faith. And there was an actual moment when I nearly said, no, I'm not going to do this. It was trepidatious to begin with, getting involved because I love Star Wars so much, and I felt like it was almost on a personal level, a dangerous thing to get too close to something that you care that much about. So now they're trying to paint JJ in the good light. See, JJ loves it. He cares. He's passionate. See what they're doing? And this is why I pulled up a whole bunch of articles, just so you guys know the bigger picture here, is that this is damage control, 1000%. And this is tied into the last video I did with Daisyt Ridley. I'm sure they're going to do something about this on Midnight's Edge for something to kind of really pick apart all of this. What do you guys think? Because I think this is just damage control 1000%. See, Daisy's on your side. See, she likes us. She likes the fans. See, JJ's the right guy for the job. See, look, forget about Rian Johnson. See, he did the best he could, and it's just one director, and he can't dictate the entire thing, but he can because he's the director. And that's what she's saying over in this article. And I'll link all these in there. You can find these easily enough, the Screen Rant and everything. I find it to be a little manipulative, to be honest. I mean, I do. And it's not surprising. It's just a little manipulative. And I'm a little disappointed. I'm disappointed in Star Wars. I'm disappointed in Star Trek. I'm disappointed in Hollywood. You guys need to do better. You need to do better than this PR crap, because people are not, most people are not so stupid. Some of them are, but most people, especially the ones here, you guys aren't dumb. You know what's going on. This is why all the Last Jedi apologists and the Star Wars lovers, like just the blind fanboys who love absolutely everything without any criticism, without any critique, are kind of dangerous. They're dangerous. They're easily manipulated. And it's just a terrible demographic to cater to. You know, you never want to cater to the lowest common denominator, because then the rest of us miss out. Right? We can't appreciate it if it's so poorly executed or written or directed or a jumbled mess, because we're going to notice it. We're not dumb. Anyway, yeah, tell me what you guys think in the comment section below. I am Mecha Random 42, P.O. Box 1566, Loveland, Colorado 80539. I'm doing unboxings and things during live streams usually. And as usual, I will see you on Creepy Little Book talking paranormal stuff, on Midnight's Edge After Dark, and Star Trek Las Vegas this summer in about less than a month. And I will see you guys later. Bye! Thanks for watching. If you liked it, make sure to hit that like button. And if you want to see more, don't forget to subscribe. See you in the next video. Bye!